I'll be amongst those that will be against Obi if he becomes president and wants 8 years. Yesufu, okay. According to a report by Vanguard on January 6, 2026, civil rights activist Aisha Yesufu has issued a clear warning to former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi, saying she will publicly oppose him if he fails to keep his pledge to serve only one term as president should he win the 2027 elections. Speaking during an interview with Trust TV, Yesufu stressed that Obi's one-term promise is not a campaign slogan, but a moral and political commitment that must be respected if he eventually assumes office. She explained that her support for Obi is anchored on trust, integrity, and accountability, values she believes are lacking in much of Nigeria's political space. According to her, Obi's vow to serve for only 4 years was made deliberately and repeatedly long before the 2027 race became active. Yesufu revealed that after the 2023 presidential election, she personally sought out Obi to confirm that his one-term pledge was genuine. She said she felt it was important to hear directly from him rather than rely on public statements alone. I looked him in the eye and asked him plainly, she said, recalling their private conversation. He assured me again that he was serious about serving only one term and that meaningful change could be achieved within that time. She added that she holds personal promises in extremely high regard and expects public figures to do the same, especially when those promises influence public trust and political support. Obi, for his part, has previously stated both in interviews and his official X account that his decision to seek only a single 4-year term is rooted in his belief in disciplined leadership, focused governance, and measurable results within a defined time frame. However, Yesufu made it clear that her loyalty has limits and is tied strictly to that commitment. Okay, now, I can tell you now also, if and when Mr. Peter Obi gets into office by the grace of God, and he does 4 years, and he says he wants to do an additional 4 years, Aisha Yesufu will be amongst those that will be against it, she said. She emphasized that this stance is not driven by personal feelings but by principle. In her view, leaders must be held accountable not only by institutions but also by citizens, allies, and supporters who helped elevate them to power. Okay, we heard you. Ijoma said, we'll send you. Abuja says, Obi is a man of his word. Godwin says, let him win first to Abi, let him win first for real. Uche says, once he governs very well, Nigerians officially that very not exactly. Once he does very well, we are the ones that will beg him that, Obi, you are not going anywhere. You are going to continue to be our president. Exactly. They will beg him to even do more than 8 years. The constitution allows, and he will be the one running the way. Nigerians just need a sincere leader to give direction. Ibrahim says, if you do well in his first term of 4 years, on what morality do you want to deny him the 8 years? I have a problem with this kind of fixation. She might come out to say, oh, okay, but if she sees that truly Nigerian wants this person, if Nigerian doesn't want him to leave, of course she doesn't have anything. She can't do anything about it. She just has to accept it like that. Walogo says, who tells you that Obi will mount the presidency in the first place? He will mount it to Abdul Wahab, whether you like it or not. He will mount it. Mekalo says, it is okay that you agree to support him. One term as president is enough to bring positive change if the president truly meant it. At Emiko says, Aisha Yesufu is already dreaming of being Obi's minister. That one concern, if you like, no get dream. Driving around with siren, holding press conferences, and quoting what the constitution says about the tenure of the president, yes, that is a good dream. If she's dreaming about it, well, our dreams can come to pass. Our dreams can come to reality. You are the one that is not dreaming. You don't have a dream. You don't have an ambition for your life. Now, yes, they do tatafo up and down. Chijioke says, what Nigerians should be worried about is getting things right as a president, giving us security, reviving the economy, and free corrupt governance. If you can witness this in the first 4 years' term, Nigerians will allow him to go. Exactly. We are the ones that will not allow him to actually go. We'll continue to vote for him now. Ibrahim says, it's his performance that will determine that. Exactly. Stanley says, I wish champion a campaign against Peter B if he thinks about it. You want to champion a campaign against Peter B? I don't understand. Why? Atma Buribu says, Tinubu had already stolen the half year of 8 years tenure and neatly deserves to be given to Southeast under democracy dispensation of rotational presidency. This, the attitude of the West, is overshadowing the Southeast and deviated from their greater rights, is unfair for democracy survival to a nation that coexists with multiple languages with 3 major tribes. Igbo fought very hard to bring democracy, but today it is regrettable that sided region of the country has manipulated the balance. It is well. Shegun says, why will you ask the only intelligent individual in Nigeria to do just one term as your president, knowing too well that there's a lot before him? Is that not deceit, lying, and pretense? It's not deceit though, it's possible, because he feels that, okay, the South people have just 4 years left before he gets rotated to the Northerners, so he doesn't want to be greedy and say, oh, I'm the one that will be there, when he knows that the Northerners is the one that's supposed to be there. But if he actually faces the country very well, even the Northerners will be like, go ahead and continue to be our president. They say this idiot is talking about Obi will never win. Hausa woman. Well, what makes you think he will not win? What makes you think that he will not win? Mike says there is an adage that says that if the sleep becomes pleasurable, snoring takes over, which means that if he wins and rules well within 4 years, the people may want him to continue. Do you get? And it's no longer his choice and promise, but the people's choice and mandate. Exactly. 3A says, you get that, my brother, but it really makes sense that he enters, does well in 4 years, and because he said he will give away after 4 years, we no go agree before some bunch of your people go say they won't take over again after 4 years. For example, see wetin APC do Nigeria. Take us centuries back. Exactly. We wouldn't want that. Victor says, if his 4 years is better than Tinubu and Buhari APC 12 years, well, I'll tell him to continue. And a better Nigeria we are after. Of course, people will tell him to continue. People will definitely tell him to continue. Humanity says, power game is not as simple as that. Nobody relinquish power voluntarily in this world. Solution says, I'm supporting Yesufu points based on the manifesto and promises of Dr. Obi made, and that is only going for one term. And on one term we stand so that Nigeria will not come out to abuse us that we are liars. Stephen Cameron says he will and can never win 2027 election in your dreams. By God's grace, power and name, bad to complete his tenure. Let's look at them, Agbaya, suffering and smiling. How does it say? So if he performs well, you would not want him to continue and finish the good work he started. Leave Yesufu alone for now. Ono says Obi is a man of principles. The way he said this is the way he will do it. Okay, we've heard. My listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.